Rachel, firstly, congratulations
on winning
the Player of the Month award for February. How does it feel?
I'm really, really delighted. Really unexpected to get a nomination to start with, so I'm really delighted. Team have had a great start to the season, and personally it's been a good start for myself as well, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Obviously you're a new player to the squad. How's it been settling in here at Hearts?
Found it quite easy. Girls are lovely, great environment. Obviously the club's in a bit of a transition at the moment, so it's just a great place to be. Really happy to be back and getting started.
Obviously you're familiar with the club, you're familiar with what goes on. There has been some changes. Have you noticed those changes already being back?
At the moment there has been a couple of changes. The club doesn't officially take over till November, so there is still a lot of things that are in the balance at the moment. Main priority for the girls is just getting promotion this year, so we're just completely focusing on where we've got to be, our goals for the end of the season, and everything else will just take shape when that happens.
So what was it that brought you back to Hearts? What was maybe the main things that drew you here to this opportunity?
Main thing that brought me back was I just knew when I was at Hearts previously I really enjoyed playing there. It was a great environment, great coaches, great people, and everyone's just great to be around. I really wanted to get back to enjoying my football, and I feel like I've definitely done that, and it's great to be back amongst a bunch of girls that are striving to excel and develop themselves as well, so it's brilliant.
Obviously, you know, there's been a lot of talk around about Heart Midlothian, you know, promotion, speaking to you know, before the season started, and now that is very much the aim for this club. But is that something that attracted you to this opportunity as well? Oh
yeah, definitely. When I was here previously we tried to get promoted. It's been quite a long time coming, but I feel like this year is definitely our moment to push on and kick on for the league.
Obviously you've played in SWPL 1, you're playing SWPL 2 now. You know, a lot of people they speak about the gap, but as a player that's played in it, do you feel that the gap between those two leagues is less than it's ever been before, perhaps? I definitely
feel like the it's getting smaller year on year. This year I can see it a lot easier than what we have previously. So the competition in the SWPL2 has increased massively. There's not a game that you would go into thinking you're easily going to win at all. Everyone's competitive and everyone's aiming to try and win the league themselves. The same happens in the top league, however I feel like the gap's getting smaller and smaller and everyone's on a sort of level playing field almost.
And as a player, it's exciting knowing that pretty much every game you go into it's going to be competitive, it's going to be tight, you're going to have to work hard for points in this league. Is that exciting as a player?
Yeah, definitely, that's what you want. You don't want to go into a game thinking it's going to be quite easy. You want to go into games that are going to be competitive week on week, and definitely you can see the benefits of it. So we're really looking forward to that.
Touching upon the months of February, obviously you started the season probably one of the toughest games of that weekend against Hamilton Academical. Obviously we were 1-0 down at one point. What was going through your mind when you were in that game?
Obviously it was a massive game. Hamilton have just got relegated from the top league, so obviously they're prime contenders to get pushed back up for next season. So we knew that was a massive game that we had to win almost. Sitting at 1-0 we were quite nervous, a bit of uncertainty as to what we were going to do to try and pull it back. But the girls just kicked on. We had a chat at half time, what we needed to fix, how we could fix it, and I feel like we delivered it. Came out fighting second half and it obviously worked.
You played a big part in that comeback, obviously that fantastic goal. What was going through your mind when that moment? So obviously you've done well to get past Amy Anderson in midfield with a bit of a nutmeg, then take the shot. What was going through your head through all of that?
I seen the goalie off our line and I just thought, might as well give it a try. Massively paid off, but at the moment in time when you're losing and you know that you can do that, sometimes you've just got to try and give yourself a push and go for it.
Obviously that brought you level at that point, which, you know, taking a point away from Hamilton wouldn't have been a bad result at all. Do you think it pushed your teammates on though, knowing now we're back level in the game, an opportunity to go and get the 3 points, which you did? Yeah, I feel like it gave the girls a boost. At that moment in time we were pushing and pushing, but we just hadn't quite got the goal. We came out fully attacking second half. But I feel like, I don't know even how I managed to do it, but obviously getting the goal, I feel like it pushed everyone on, gave us a bit of confidence, and thereon I feel like we dominated the rest of the game. So yeah, definitely worked. Your other match in February, Hudson Vale, 9 goals, but you didn't get on the score sheet. But you played an instrumental part in that game. How pleased were you with the performance from the squad overall?
Yeah, it was a fantastic performance from all the girls. A range of different scorers as well. So, a goal that I would say highlighted it was Caroline Herron's good strike in the game. it's quite difficult coming up against a team that's going through a bit of transition themselves, that you don't really know a lot about. They're probably the hardest games that you play, but overall great performance for the team. Sometimes it's quite easy in games like that just to sit back and be quite content with what's going on, but we still tried to push and played like what we would any other team.
Obviously that was the first match as well as a club playing at Oriam, or back at Oriam I should say really. Obviously there was a big push around that, there was an atmosphere built around that. As a player, is it great to see, one, a huge support, but two, an almost a fan experience? Does that translate onto the pitch as well? Yeah,
the girls were buzzing. The girls loved having a good fan base out. A lot of our younger girls from Hearts as well were there, so it's great for them to see role models and for us to win as well. It's always good to win in front of your home crowds, so to speak, and it was a great way to implement ourselves playing back at the Oriam as well.
So obviously you won both your games in February. From a personal perspective, how do you feel? Obviously you've won the Player of the Month award, but how do you feel that you played in the month?
I feel like I've had quite a good start to the season. I'm a bit of a confidence player, so this has given me a massive boost leading into March. I'm quite happy with the way I've started. Good pre-season under my belt, and it's all down to the girls as well. I couldn't have done it without the girls.
A bit of a disappointing result on Sunday against Dundee United, but you'll be looking to bounce back straight away this weekend, won't you? Yeah,
definitely. Sunday was disappointing. I'm not going to take anything away. Dundee United obviously deservedly won. Disappointing from us because we know we can do better than that. It just shows that it doesn't matter how much possession you have in a game, doesn't necessarily relate to winning. So we've learned our lesson from that. But Sunday's a massive test. Sunday's a massive statement that we have to make if you're going to be contenders for the league.
You know, touching upon that, you had a lot of possession, a lot of chances, didn't quite get the goal that would have brought it level and maybe push on to win. Will you learn from that? Is there things that can be taken away from that performance to hopefully change that for going forward in the next?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of things that we still need to work on. Yeah, we had a great start to the season, winning our first 2 games, but there's a lot of things that we still need to develop on and work on as well. And we've highlighted those things from last week, so it's now just taking them forward into the rest of the season, but especially Sunday.
And just finally, obviously it's a public vote done on the Scottish Building Society website. You've won Player of the Month award in February. What would you maybe like to say to those that did vote for you and allow you to win the award?
Just like to say thank you. Really appreciate it. As I said, I wasn't expecting it at all, so just thank you for everyone that voted.